Shoot. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm recording.
Shoot.
You gonna hose me down, or what? Why don't you put that little baby bean away before you frighten everyone? Why? You got locked out? Where are your folks? You have more luck banging your head against the wall. Come on. You can't stay out here. You're fleas. Come on. Come with me. Milkshake?
No, thanks, ma'am.
I ain't offering you. I'm Milkshake.
Oh, I'm Jeremiah.
Cool. Glad to meet you. Wouldn't want to be ya. Get in. Relax. Just turning it on to get the heater going. The heater? See? What the hell am I supposed to do with a shorty like you anyway? So that's your daddy's truck?
He ain't my real daddy.
But that's his truck.
He owns it. Sarah, my mama said. Got a toilet, TV, and a fridge too, and a bed.
It's a condo. Yeah. What are you holding? You know those lights all along the outside kitchen lights? Any trucker with them? An idiot. I know truckers. I like GOD men myself. Want a whiff? Won't charge you none. Beg for mercy.
No.
Okay. Are you trying to get hit by a meteor? I nod yes and take a few steps to regain my balance because my face is turned up parallel to the planetarium-looking desert sky. I said, are you trying? I don't think you're trying. I hear her shift resentfully against the car. I keep myself from looking for her solid black silhouette against the shifting darkness around us. Sarah, I'm trying, I swear. He won't marry me if you can just do this. She adjusts her body with a bounce. Will you wear a white dress, Sarah? Last few weddings you wore regular clothes. I think he'd fancy you in a white gown, don't you think? I hear the familiar dull scrape of car keys digging into her flesh. A gown? What, like a wedding dress? He strikes me as the type. I kick at the dusty sand around me. He'll carry me over the threshold, too. I know just the suite at the Mirage. As the keys scrape faster, I imagine I can see her arm skin curling up like shaved chocolate. Oh, I saw something streak in the sky. I point up with my whole arm. Try and get it to hit you. You should lay down, she says. There's more of you to hit. I take big showy steps around, my body tilted upward to expose more of me to the sky. See it? I can tell she's looking up. It's coming, I think. Maybe I should get in the car so it doesn't hit me by mistake. It's got to hit you. I hear her open the car door, slide into the back, and slam the door. She leans out the window. If I'm unconscious, how'll he fall in love? We pulled into the tourist station in the middle of Death Valley to get water and use the facilities. We were heading back to Vegas. She was going to be a showgirl with her own dressing room and cherry tomatoes and ranch dressing laid out after every show. He was in beige shorts, the longer, more dignified ones. His back was to us. The golden fuzz on his legs shimmered when he moved, as if someone had colored outside the lines. His shoulders were broad and worked as he talked warmly about meteors. Sarah jerked nervously and joined the tourists, hearing his lecture. Her eyes went round and dark when she saw his face, and I knew she'd chosen another one.
Peter's trying to help you
you learn how to love like a real professional. There's just so much that I'm moved by reading JT's stuff. I've only just had the pleasure of meeting him very recently. Yesterday. It's like not a long amount of time for me. I didn't get a chance to talk to him very much, and I felt really bad sort of cornering him in the corner and almost repeating lines of his that I've written down to him and being like a complete spaz. But you'll be surprised at how so many of his witty, very, very witty lines can be used in normal everyday life, like, he's slicker than cum and gold teeth, or don't piss down the rack and tell me it's raining. Like, it's come up all the time. I just, for someone so young, it's just really inspirational how vulnerable his work is and what a keen eye he has into reading into our everyday moments and everyday things and incorporating them into the magic of his writing. And I'm just really excited to be here and happy that I could be here and that he was cool with me being here. He knows a lot of these people are his friends, and I'm glad to be invited to even somewhat of a circle for him. So I'm going to read a bit of his stuff. Sarah comes back a month after I started working. The green bean truck driver man had stopped by to see her while she was gone. Other lizards were more than happy to be helpful and let him know where Sarah's whereabouts. He was so mad that she was carrying on in some other state with a cargo inspector at that he got rid of our broom and put everything she left out on the brown lawn. Someone rang up glad when I came and gathered up all the things and took them back to the caravan, except her bubble bath. I left that sitting there on the rotting grass. Mother Shapiro paid for Sarah to get our room back at the Hurley Motel, but mostly Sarah stays with Mother in her caravan. They're always together. Sarah even starts acting like she cares about the lizard's moves, too. Mother Shapiro knows all the girls' monthly cycles by now. At any given time, if Mother is sitting in the dove, some lizard will holler out to her across the floor asking if they were right. Some want to know so they can force a driver they are fond of to settle down with them and a baby anyway. Some want to make sure they work at cash so they can earn extra money, risking sex without a rubber. Some just want to know so they can set aside enough money to get their feminine hygiene products ready. Mother Shapiro is pretty good at figuring out why a lizard wants to know. Folks say she has a second sight that way. Being a big believer in condoms, she usually yells back out across the doves to the girl, "Honey, you are as ripe to seed and as ready to take as a breeding sow." The only problem is most girls know that when Mother Shapiro overreacts like that, she's just being protective and the coast is probably all in the clear. Now Sarah acts like she knows the dates too and discusses bleeding with Mother. I think about going up to Mother and telling her how many millions of times I've heard Sarah scream how she hates the plague. Mother Shapiro would invite me over to their booths to share caramelized kiwi and walnut tart tatin when she sees me hovering nearby. Mother Shapiro asks me about how my dates are going, and Sarah rolls her eyes a bit for me when I answer. Despite myself, I try to interest Sarah in some good gossip from the World News newspaper. Said in the paper today that Elvis was really a hermaphrodite. Read it already. Sarah says and rolls her eyes again. Now, Mother says, you two should really try to get along. You're family, aren't you? I realize by the way Sarah's eyes dilate that even Mother doesn't know exactly how we are related. I slide out from the booth, and before I walk away, I say, with a small smile in her voice, loud enough so those with good ears could hear, she's my mother. I hope Mother Shapiro will send for me and invite me to her trailer to snuggle under the goose-down blankets when I'm hungry with the two of them. Instead, no one sees either of them for weeks. The candles in Mother's trailer blaze at night, and Mother's broad outline can be seen lumbering past the drawn shades. It is said that Sarah was taken with severe shock upon discovering she was my mother, and in public at that. All she could do was lie in bed and moan. Her Mother Shapiro attended to her and tried to supply her with food. Finally tells me she's got a freezer in there the size of a mare farm tractor. I've been filling it for her with specials in case a famine should hit. From outside their trailer, I can smell reheated Appalachian foie gras with apple crisp and verjuice, with grilled tender mango and microwave cider, cured spit roasted pork loin with grilled figs and sweet Vidalia onion puree. Paxton's the only one who set foot in there in 2 weeks, and that was very briefly. He brought them over a Tupperware of Eccentric caviar dressing, which Mother had used her second sight to know Bali had prepared. That place is lit in hundreds of beeswax candles, Paxton said gravely. Your mother. And I distinctly heard a tone of hostility directed at me as he said those words. Is that Death's door now? When I enter the Doves, I notice an audible dip in the volume, which especially alarms me after reading that stuffed quail eggs braised in fresh huckleberries with English pea, ravioli, and miso butter poached chard is the day's special. Even a loud smash up in the lot right outside the Doves wouldn't cause any notice to be taken when the menu was what it is today. Accusing someone of being your mother is a very serious thing, Glad says to me sternly when I run back to the caravan in tears. Are they going to play Davy Crockett for me? I ask and put my head in Glad's lap. Oh no. His hands slide from my curls. It's just going to take everyone a little time to get over it, that's all. I devote myself to proving I am not the inconsiderate scoundrel everyone thinks I am. I dedicate myself to being the best lot lizard ever, so one day I can walk in to the Doves with the grandest ever raccoon penis bone and make the place hush in awe and respect.